To fully understand my confession and to be able to advise me, there are two people I need to tell you about. The first person is one of my bosses at work. Let's call her Jessica. I work at an insurance company as a personal assistant for Jessica, who is my boss. This woman is one of the most disrespectful people I have ever met in my life. She treats all her subordinates like pieces of trash and walks over everyone. She's one of those women who comes from a wealthy home and attended very big schools, so she feels like she's better than the rest of us. The way she treats us, almost all the staff have an issue with her, and the only reason we tolerate it is because we need the job and it pays well. The second person you should know about is my friend, Clarabelle. We have known each other since childhood and share all our secrets together. Clarabelle is your typically party girl. At every point in time, she has no less than 3 boyfriends at the same time and is always going on trips in Dubai. Now, back to my boss in the office. This woman has a way of making you feel intimidated, like you're less of a person. On one occasion, during a staff meeting, she projected a presentation I had worked on onto the screen in front of all the staff and then proceeded to chastise me and criticize the work I had spent several nights working on. On another occasion, she dressed down one of my colleagues and criticized her attire, telling her she has poor fashion sense and isn't cultured. It had gotten so bad that many of us started avoiding going to places she was at, just to ensure she doesn't have anything to say about us. Anyway, I was discussing our predicament with my friend Clarabelle one day when we devised a plan to get back at her. Madam Jessica is married with 2 kids, and her husband often visits her in the office, sometimes to bring her food or to pick her up after work. I managed to get his number from a co-worker and handed it over to Clarabelle to start work. She kept me updated throughout the entire process. She called him acting like someone vulnerable who was jobless and was looking for work. Through talking, they became friends and even arranged to meet. Before long, the man proposed as we both predicted that he would. I told Clarabelle to play hard to get at first, and she did. However, he kept persisting until she finally accepted his proposal. They were dating now. The truth is that the man was actually richer than we thought. He was buying her gifts, sending her money, and paying for her fancy trips. Clarabelle shared the money with me since I was the one who had linked her to him. Work became more tolerable for me from that time onwards. Every time Jessica did her usual thing, I just remembered the fact that her husband was funding our lifestyle. This made me smile within, and then I would calm down. This went on for about 6 months. After some time, I began to realize some changes in our boss. She was very calm and silent at work. A lot of the time, she would just be in her office all day, not talking to anyone. Other workers began to notice as well, and many began to speculate about what could be wrong with her. Later on, we heard that she and her husband were going through a divorce, and the husband was the one calling for divorce. When I heard this, I quickly got in touch with Clarabelle. Because she and the man had become quite close, I knew she would know what was going on. To my surprise, not only did she know about it, she was the one the man was divorcing his wife for. She tried to explain herself, but her explanations didn't make any sense to me. The worst part is, she doesn't even love the man for real. She just likes the kind of lifestyle he gives her. To be honest, I feel really guilty for my part in this whole thing. My intention was just to teach Jessica a lesson and make her shed a few tears for all the anguish she had caused us. I never meant to go as far as to wreck her home. I'm considering going to talk to her and revealing everything to her so we see how we can salvage the marriage. However, I don't know how she would react. I need your advice. If you enjoyed listening to this story, then make sure you subscribe to our channel, GH Confessions. If you click on the bell icon, you will receive a notification every time we upload a new confession. We have more interesting confessions coming up soon. See you on the next one. Bye.